Women's Suffrage and the 19th Amendment, created by Helena, Sandoval, and Emma Garcia.
The women's suffrage development was a decade-in-length battle to win the privilege to decide in favor for ladies in the United States. It took activists and reformers about 100 years to win that right, and the battle was difficult. Disagreements over systems took steps to disable the development more than once. In any case, on August 18, 1920, on the 19th Amendment to the Constitution was at last long endorsed, liberating every American lady and announcing just because that they, similar to men, merit every one of the rights and duties of citizenship.
The 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution conducted American ladies the privilege to cast a ballot, a privilege known as women's suffrage, and was endorsed on August 18th, finishing a time of dissent. In 1848, the development for ladies' privilege is propelled on a national level, with the Siena Falls Convention sorted out by Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Lucretia Mott. Following the show, interest for the vote turned into a focal point for the ladies, named Privilege Development. Stanton and Mott, alongside Susan B. Anthony and different activists, was an open-mindedness companion to administration, casting ballot rights for ladies. After a protracted fight, these gatherings are the last rose successfully with the section of the 19th Amendment.
Elizabeth Cady Stanton was an abolitionist human rights lobbyist and one of the primary heads of the ladies' privileges development. She originated from a special foundation and chose from the get-go in life to battle for equivalent rights for ladies. Stanton worked immediately with Susan B. Anthony. She was allegedly the mind behind Anthony's jury committee for more than 50 years to win the ladies' entitlement to cast a ballot. All things considered, her activism was not without intention, which kept Stanton on the edge of the women's suffrage development. Sometimes down the road, however, her endeavors achieved the possible section of the 19th Amendment, which gave all residents the privilege to cast a ballot.
Privilege of work and equivalent compensation for equivalent work. Susan Burnell Anthony got one of the most obvious pioneers of the women's suffrage development. Alongside Elizabeth Cady Stanton, she went around the nation convoying and addressing for women's suffrage. Her dad, Deanna, was a rancher and later a cotton factory promoter and director. He was raised as a Quaker. Her mom, Lucy, originated from a family that battled in American Revolution and served the Massachusetts state government. Since the beginning, Anthony was motivated by the Quaker conviction that everybody was equivalent to God. That thought guided her for incredible duration. She had 7 siblings, a large number of whom became activists for equality and liberation of slaves, after numerous long periods of unstruggle. Lucy Burns was born on July 29, 1879, in Brooklyn, New York. She graduated from Vassar University in 1902. Alice Paul was born on July 11, 1885, in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. She attended Smithmore College and earned a master's degree in art and sociology in 1907. Burns soon joined the Women's Social and Political Union for Britain. She later met an American woman, Alice Paul. They became good friends and work partners. Both women established the National Women's Party. The women later succeeded and won the right to vote in 1920. They sent the same amendment Susan B. Anthony had wrote in 1879, but this time it was sent to Congress. During Lucy Burns and Alice Paul's life, they continued to focus on the Equal Rights Amendment. They spent the rest of their lives fighting for other women's issues. In 1968, Lucy had passed away. In 1977, Alice had passed away.
Lucretia Coffin was born on January 3, 1793, in Nantucket, Massachusetts. Lucretia Mott was a women's privileges lobbyist, abolitionist, and strict reformer. Mott was entirely restricted to slavery and a supporter of William Lloyd Garrison and his American Anti-Slavery Society. She was confined to women's privileges, distributing her powerful lecture on women and installing Swarthmore College. Mott kicked the bucket in Pennsylvania in 1880. The women involved in the 19th Amendment earned the right to vote. despite many people doubting and disagreeing with their efforts. When the goal was achieved, American society was changed forever. They had broken a barrier. Women had more opportunities, equality, and education.
What barrier did women break during the 19th Amendment? Women such as Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Susan B. Anthony, Margaret Fuller, Lucy Barne, Alice Paul, Lucretia Mott, and Lucy Stone worked hard to earn the right to vote. In the early 1800s, no one really stood up. Many women had opinions but felt obligated to state them. But in 1869, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Susan B. Anthony, Lucy Stone, and Lucretia Mott wanted to make a change. They founded the National Women's Suffrage Association. This was the first step. The association would later lead and promote to other women's suffrage campaigns. This led to the 19th Amendment being passed. For the first time in history, women had a louder voice to speak up for what they believed in. A sense of freedom.
What did they do to support women's suffrage? Lucy Stone. During the Civil War, Stone supported the Women's National Loyal League, endorsed by Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony. In 1866, she helped found the American Equal Rights Association. In 1867, she conceived and was elected the leader of the New Jersey Women's Suffrage Association. Margaret Fuller. Margaret Fuller was a woman privileges extremist, women's activist, author, pundit, and later turned into the principal female editorial manager of a significant scholarly diary, and first American foreign correspondent while revealing for the New York Tribune. Short-term and long-term effect. Short-term effect. The League of Women Voters was formed. Women could vote. It was still frowned upon for a female to vote. Women were also seen as more powerful than before. Long-term effect. Women have been more empowered over the years. Women have all around rights. Women have been able to run for president. Women have been able to work full-time jobs more than often. Today, there is a pay gap between men and women. On average, men earn $9,909 more per year than women. This means for every single $1 man makes, a woman will make about 80 cents for the same amount of work. This wage gap is either caused by work discrimination or women having less opportunities than men in the workplace. Today, there are many women trying to solve this problem. This is similar to the Equal Rights Amendment of the 19th Amendment because women are still fighting for equal rights. Some women and men during the time of women's suffrage did not agree with the passing of the 19th Amendment. Some men and women thought that women were not equal to men. Some people thought that men were more intelligent than women. Many anti-suffrage activists came together and formed the Massachusetts Association, opposed to the further extension of suffrage to women. The group believed women should stay home to care for the children and stay away from political subjects. The people who opposed the 19th Amendment were mainly women, most of them wanting equal rights and freedom from traditional society. Most supporters of the 19th Amendment were everyday citizens who wanted to make a change, most participating in the parades and marches to show their support. Others found small organizations and clubs to help women gain the right to vote. These women believed that all people could do great things despite their gender. End credits. Created by Emma Garcia and Helena Sandoval. Music by Joyce J Rouse. Standing on the Shoulder, that's what the song is called. Main images sources from history.com, botsko.com, biography.com, womenshistory.com. Disclaimer: all links for images and information will be in the description below.